Hey there, folks. Crazy Dad here. Welcome to the second episode of the Crazy Dad podcast show. That's a mouthful. So I already put up episode number one, and in talking with my good buddy Ed, I said to him, I was nervous making the first episode. And I said, I don't know why it matters. I mean, I vlog, so how is it any different? This is just my voice, right? So today's episode is going to be about being a vlogger and a small time YouTuber at that, as a vlogger. So I joined YouTube way back in 2010, July 10th to be precise, if I remember correctly. And I can remember back then, of course, things were very different. And it was one of those things that being a vlogger was something new. It was a different niche. It was something that not a lot of people were doing. And so I decided, hey, why not? So I put my first video out called Advice for New Dads. And it was probably one of the crappiest videos I ever put out, ever, on YouTube. It was filmed with a HP, no, it was an LG, sorry, LG Netbook with a zero point 0.3 megapixel camera. The crappiest quality at the time. And it's managed to get several hundred hits on it over the years. Not as much as some of my other videos that I put out. However, that's how I started blogging, sharing my ideas just like this. And then it progressed into, the kids and birthdays and trips, etc., etc. And, I think far too often we put too much of an emphasis, being a YouTube content creator, on the numbers, on the money and fame and fortune, and trying to be the next Casey Neistat or try to be the next Shay Carl or Clintus or whatever. And, you know, YouTube for me has always just been a hobby. It's always been just something that I do for fun, a way to share what goes on in my life on a day to day basis. And as of today, we are at day 261 of straight vlogging. Uh, yeah, the last couple of years were pretty consistent. Not as consistent as this year, of course, but they're there, and that's what counts, right? I've got over 1,100 videos. That's a chunk of my life up on YouTube. I watch other vloggers. I watch what they do. I watch how they interact with their communities, and you can see how they go from being a small time YouTuber such as myself, and as soon as they hit that kind of plateau of say, 3 to 5,000 subscribers or more, they tend to kind of back off, shy away from responding to comments or interacting, if you would, with their subscribers or fan base or whatever. And I think that's kind of a shame because when you get to that point where you have gained a bit of a following, then you forget where you came from. You look at um, things like, okay, lost my train of thought. So when it comes to being a vlogger, you're putting your life out there. For 6 years, I've vlogged my life in some fashion or another. And I've had my fair share of trolls. I've had my fair share of mean comments and what have you. And you learn to not take it personally, for one, and to just have fun. And people, unfortunately, have this false sense of, I'm going to go on YouTube, I'm going to do gaming, or I'm going to do makeup, or I'm going to do uh, unboxing videos, and I'm going to be absolutely rich and famous. And that, unfortunately, in my opinion, is a false reality. It's not going to be that way. Uh, in my opinion, to be quote unquote famous, I just totally did the quote unquote signs and nobody's here. To be famous on YouTube, uh, luck, a lot of luck for a video to go viral, and then getting your channel out there. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's very difficult to become noticed on YouTube nowadays because it's so oversaturated with gamers and vloggers and makeup tutorials and unboxing videos, etc., etc. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can put a video up on YouTube and it gets monetized, right? You can, if you're stupid enough, you can even take somebody else's content and upload that as your own and start making money off of that. I had that happen recently. Luckily, I was smart enough and I know my playlist like the back of my hand, was able to get all of it taken down. Anyways, I'm jabbering here. My point being in all of this, folks, is that being a content creator, being a vlogger, uh, doing anything to do with YouTube is hard work. It's a lot of work. Same goes for doing these podcasts. I never thought I would do it. It's not that hard. You just sit down with your phone with a program to record your voice, and up to YouTube it goes, or up to Facebook it goes. So I would like to know from you guys down below in the comment section what you guys do. I know that a lot of my friends do vlogging or podcasts or makeup tutorials or what have you. But let me know down below what it is you like to watch on YouTube. What made you join YouTube if you're a content creator? What are your pitfalls that you find difficult when dealing with YouTube? Thank you very much for stopping by and checking out the second episode of the Crazy Dad Show podcasts. And come back again real soon.